EG was going to take that. I don't think you really thought Liquid was going to be so limp at the gates. And I just realized, John, guess what?
What?
I forgot to turn volume on. So our cams are coming up for a second here.
You're not supposed to make the same mistake twice.
Me make mistakes? I would never. All right, we're into the game. Everything should be good now. Everything should be good. It's all fine. I didn't miss any actions. I didn't miss any kills. Here comes the hit. Here comes the play. In defense, it's actually some pretty good positioning, but CeRq can't get kills. Everybody's here, but they just can't find the shots. They can't find the heads of the T's, and this B-Steps play is working out nicely for Liquid. They got a firing squad going through here. That firing squad is finding deadly impact. Only one player remains. Only one man to hold the line. What can he do? Nothing. Nothing can rush, dude. Bomb goes down.
Yeah. If EG wins here, color me surprised, because they're 0-5 over the last 3 months on Vertigo. Not a single win and minus 29 round differential. And it's kind of the opposite on Liquid. Not the exact opposite, but 7 games played over the last 3 months. 5 wins, 2 losses, and a plus 42 round differential. It is their best map, with their second best being Mirage. I would say actually both are about the same level for them. Either way, Liquid should have a decisive edge here. And even once they go to Mirage, it will be a much better story for them than we saw on Overpass. Much more comfortable on both those maps.
Schmaltov to force players back as they are taking some control here in towards the scaffolding. We obviously saw Liquid play Vertigo earlier today, and, well, it looked pretty dang good. It looked very dang good, to be quite frank, against Gaming Gladiators. But this is a different caliber of competition altogether. We do know that. Still, see what can be done. Interesting to me that Shox is over here right now, because when we watched him previously, Shox pretty much spent every round at B stat, either as a lurker or as the point man. They don't show any presence towards B initially, but having worked a player out towards the ramp, it seems like they might be rotating. So that might be their finishing point anyway. Fake getting thrown here, and a liege has been collected, so he gets dumpstered. So now there's no lurk presence on towards A. The rotation's already on, seeing nothing behind that. EG are going to come hurtling in towards the next site, and that's a huge shot there for Automatic. Can he get more? Oh my goodness, he can. What are they doing? They're not even shooting back. They finally are, but there's still a player just tucked behind the danger panel.
What's
happening?
happening?
Killing everybody. They're falling apart here. They don't expect the 5-7 tucked behind the panel. That's going to be full control from EG. Liquid tripping over their own feet, and EG capitalize.
I don't even know what was happening towards the end of that round. Liquid, just like you said, not shooting back. Nap charging out there, not checking his corners. I know there was not enough time left, not a lot of time left on the clock, but still, you know, you got to realize that someone is right next to you above those stairs. Anyway, that's a write-off for Liquid. There's no question about it. The problem is a very clean round for EG on their force, and they also upgrade to free rifles. They got 2 AKs out of that, and they buy up a UMP, a FAMAS, and the A1S. Stewie has one of those AKs in his hands. And you see Liquid putting some presence towards the B site, but they haven't yet committed out towards mid. Now Nitro's going to have a peek along with NAF, but EG are playing this very passively. They're not going to push up, not even holding the aggressive angles towards mid. You have one player peeking back and forth from the hallway. That's it. That's CeRq. Oh, he gets dinked down to 16 HP. Nitro's going to charge in, doesn't clear out Automatic, and he will go down as a result. Breeze contributes one more, and Automatic gets his second. So now it's a 4v2, and at least Liquid do get that presence onto the site to plant this bomb, Mike. So that's mission accomplished, I would say, at least to get their money back in order to an extent. But I'd be very surprised if they held on here.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of cash from the bomb plant for sure. He's going to have to go Super Saiyan here. He does find the first. Does he expect the stairs? No, he doesn't. He even checks it. Dewey, a little bit quicker on that trigger. Shox.
What?
All right, make this expensive. Why not? Why not? Now he's got a gun.
This is dangerous. No, they got
it. It's doable. It shouldn't be. Yeah, Shox isn't peeking off of it. Doesn't trust himself to peek it, so he's just going to keep his rifle and stay alive. But that's not a bad result for Liquid, considering the way the round was looking. They were completely blanked out of it. They somehow wind up with 3 kills and a bomb plant and an AK snatched away. I've seen a lot worse. Seen a lot worse, John.
I feel pretty good for EG. I got to be honest. This early showing. I know it's still only 3
So
rounds
early.
in, but
It's so early.
it is early. Yes, but you just
You're feeling
I don't know.
You're feeling the gumption. You're feeling the magic. You're ready to cast
Yeah.
a curse them into oblivion.
yes, exactly, exactly that.
I feel you, Joe. I feel you. I mean, this is a team that we've been waiting to get excited about.
Yeah.
And it would be nice. It would be a massive series for them to take. Against one of the presumptive favorite teams to make the event.
I mean, and if EG wins, it puts a huge question mark as to if Liquid are going to be one of those teams to make the event,
Yeah,
right?
certainly.
So for us, it was Liquid and Complexity at the top, but now with EG in the mix, it changes absolutely everything.
Again, John.
Am I getting
We're
overexcited?
3 rounds in.
Perhaps.
We're 3 rounds in. We're 3 rounds in. You gotta temper it.
Still.
Gotta simmer. Simmer on down.
I'll simmer, but
I do have
still.
a question.
Yes.
Do you think Liquid clears cement? Because we saw Complexity die to this position so many rounds.
They're not clear.
Nope, nope,
Why?
they don't. This time,
What's going on?
Okay, this time, admittedly, it's because they're fighting everybody else
Yes,
courtside.
yes.
That's fine. That's excusable. This is fine. B250 gets one. You can't get any more.
It was you're right, but it was a lot more concerning with Complexity because they just didn't clear it one time on their T side. Not once. They got killed 3 times from, well, twice out of the 3 times that there was a player there, and they still did not molly it off. So, anyway,
This round,
again,
it's because Liquid didn't have a Molotov.
Yes,
and they were
and they were on a
forced to
pistol.
fight the players on site, which is the way you want that cement position to work out. So, all good. All good.
yes, we'll see.
We'll see. John's running through 13 hypotheticals. You're like
Yes.
Doctor Strange with the time zone. You're like, follow the timeline through. If EG win this next map, then...
Yes,
Butterfly beats its wings and...
I'm always thinking ahead. So,
10 steps ahead.
yeah.
That's why John always knows what's coming up next. There's another player in cement. Is there a Molotov this time? oSee has one. Come on, oSee. Throw the molly. Pull the molly. Naf has one too. Is Naf here? Naf is not here. Throw the molly. There's the molly. There's the molly. Someone be looking to punish. Stewie gets the kill, and they smoke off the molly, so they still got the setup, and it doesn't work. Rush doesn't get anything, but everybody else is dead. Automatic. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Get the kill with the util and the guns. A 3-piece for automatic as they hold on to
boy.
A. And all right, I'm officially ready to get excited about EG2. That's the round.
You see?
I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting
already
to feel
felt
the
it.
juice. Starting to feel the heat.
Look, I already felt it because winning the pistol round on Liquid's side and then losing the follow-up in a very, very decisive fashion against the pistols on EG's end was when I started to say, whoa, hold on a second. What is happening right now? Something special might be happening for EG. Again, I do have to simmer a little bit, but 4-1 in favor of EG, and Liquid are forced onto the pistols one more time. CeRq gonna toss a nade on through. Could be chunky, and it is. Elige goes down to 75, Nitro down to 52. Rush is just waiting here with the A1S. And the thing is, you know, automatic clicking, CeRq and Breeze in the previous map doing an excellent job. And here's Breeze again taking down Shocks. Liquid audio cues being given away, so EG know that they're here. That's why they're tossing these Molotovs and the utility on forward, but they're pacing it well, not overreacting. And CeRq, who was good with the scout, now has the big green in his hands. He's got Rush to support to the back hall. Rush will drop Nitro, but Elige trades him out, and that's an M4 picked up. That said, CeRq does manage to take down Naf and makes it a 4v2.
That's a huge kill for Elige. That maybe adds some doubt to this round. There's still a minute. They can afford to play this with some patience. Elige's already committed, looking for his next fight, looking for somebody to give him an angle. They need to give him a peek at his oSee instead to give out a haircut onto Breeze. This round's getting spicy, downright fiery,
Wow.
and it's all falling to CeRq. He hits the first, but it's Elige, and Elige can't get past him. So quick is CeRq to put that one back in control for Evil Geniuses. At nearly got completely out of whack. That nearly opened the door back to Liquid, but CeRq slams it on their fingers.
Oh my gosh. That quick scope was unreal. Wow. CeRq is back.
feisty.
He looks like he's in form.
I like
Breeze is playing incredibly well, like he was in 2019, like you mentioned. You have Automatic looking like he never left. What is happening today?
EG, man. They're just this is the plan. This is the moment, right? They've been building towards this moment. They've been gathering energy. They're like a Pokemon using Bide. And they're finally Onyx is finally ready to unleash it, man. That's EG. This is the series where we see them unleash what they could be. I'm getting kind of excited here. I see someone in chat said, haven't watched the pro scene in 4 years, and EG's team looks kind of better stacked than Liquid's. Yes, that's because you haven't watched the pro scene in 4 years. But
Oh no, Mike.
this is exciting. This is exciting. This
It
is
is.
the promise of what they could be. oSee, though, has the op. This is his first time with the AWP, if I'm not mistaken, on this map.
Yep.
And that's a nice early pick to take Breeze out right off the rip.
I noticed he had a ripper of a deagle shot too to make it a 2v1, but CeRq just clutched it out like it was nothing. Still, that is the opener here for Liquid. Stewie going to toss a flashbang on forward, and a Molotov extinguished with a smoke by EG. Elige doing work now. He's going to be an important piece to get Liquid back into Vertigo. CeRq is his victim. 2-man advantage now gained, but Rush fends off Elige just barely, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough for EG in this round. Naf finds Stewie, makes it a 4v2, and Rush, as mentioned, so lit, so vulnerable that Automatic is going to have to do the bulk of the work, and he does get the opener, and no trade comes through yet for Liquid. Automatic posting up behind the orange box, goes up on top, gets a second for himself, but will fall, and now this is a nigh impossible clutch for Rush to pull off, given his HP and lack of utility, and he might just opt to go for...
Yeah, it's
Say,
there.
we
You found
go.
it. You got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
he's got the off now. He's good, and he will
I think we're gonna
save the
go.
off.
I think he thought it'd fallen off the
Yeah, yeah, I did too.
staring down that chasm. For a second, I thought he was just gonna throw himself off. Just sorrow, ritual sacrifice. It's okay, Rush. You can carry a gun to the next round. You got so much to work for. Still, I will say for Team Liquid, right? They get that pick in towards mid, and then they just completely abandon the mid presence and go for the B take, and that opens themselves up to Automatic doing some damage. That round still looked risky. I mean, 2 players surviving, it's far from a sure thing. Still, they do take a round that they much. Seeing Elige open things up. Never the Wombo combo on this map previously. They could really use them being much the same right now. 5-2. It's very recoverable from this scoreline, but Liquid need to keep chugging on along, and the reinvestment is not going to come in this round for EG. They don't have a lot of cashola, so unless they wanted to force buy around this AWP, which I don't know if that'd be well advised, they're going to be just dealing with the big green in this round. Oh, they're going for it.
No, they're going. Yeah.
Interesting. What does this look like? 5-7 for Breeze. So you got to hide behind the danger panel again? Because it was good last time.
Yeah.
What's Rush going to get? SMG?
I think an MP9.
Yeah. Yeah. Bet you he buys an ump. It makes me sad. I've been seeing the ump come back out for a lot of players, and I don't understand.
I think just it's a little more of a sure thing from mid to long range.
It's really not, though. The MP9's actually, I think, better at mid to long range at this point.
It depends. It
I
depends.
think it's better. Goes for the 5-7. That's a gentleman's choice.
Look, there's a reason why they're using it, Mike. But anyway, yeah, like you said, 5-7 is going to be chosen. A couple of 5-7s coming through. Yep, go
I
ahead.
don't think there is a reason. I think it's just feel. I think players are just stubborn sometimes about guns. See no one using the Krieg until they realized it was broken.
Jeez, Mike.
Everyone could have been using it that entire time. That's the funny thing about the Krieg meta. Like, the price changed, but the gun didn't. It was always broken. Just no one used it for reasons.
That's why you shouldn't write off the ump. Maybe it's actually the better gun.
But it's objectively
It's
not.
not. It's not.
It's
But,
not.
you know.
We'll boost up to the danger panel here, perhaps. At least that's why I assume all of their dots are milling together over on the mini schmap. The schmini map. They are indeed. Yeah, that's the play. Shox has this position. Shox has this foothold, and they're going to leave him alone. How much time's left? 50 seconds. Okay, no, they're just moving back to the detail. Shox getting a little lucky there. A CeRq misses a shot, but Breeze won't. Breeze won't, and Liquid don't have any forward ground. The 5-7 through, that doesn't find anything. But this is still very dangerous. They've got nothing, and the op is still here, and there's only
gonna
38
rotate it.
seconds, and they're devoting so
Right?
much utility
No?
for this, so they're still going for the hit. They're not backing up. They're not rotating because they've got no info elsewhere. Oh my goodness. They're going to do this the hard way. They're going to do this against every gun for EG. 25 seconds. Every possibility for this to go wrong exists right here, right now. And CeRq is connecting. CeRq gets another. Stewie chimes in. It's all falling apart. What a round for EG. What a blunder from Liquid. They were so committed to that B site like a dog with a bone in its mouth. They could not let go.
They didn't have to commit. I mean, yes, they didn't have much time left on the clock, and it would have been tough without the information towards the A site. But, I mean, it's better than just forcing the issue towards B in that manner with, I mean, in the end, only, I think, 22 seconds left on the clock when they started that execute. When you're below the 30-second mark and closer to 20, it gets harder and harder, and the guns in the opponent's hands matter less and less because you have to rush, and you can't clear all your corners. So EG are right back to their winning ways. That force by looking brilliant. Automatic immediately takes down Naf. Stu's got a great position with Rush as well, and they are going to take care of business. In fact, it's mostly Rush getting those 2 frags on Elige and Shocks. oSee and Nitro, last 2 standing. Nitro just spotted out. Rush throws the Molotov, forces them out of position, isolating oSee, and oSee will still manage to get 1 before going down, but this pistol buy-up goes about the way you would expect for Liquid, as Nitro is going to get surrounded and taken down. 7-2 for EG on Vertigo.
The thing is, like, objectively, this is a CT side lean. Like, it's not egregious yet. The thing is just the way Liquid have lost some of these rounds.
Yes.
Right, where they've looked maybe a little slow to react to new information. Even when they get some advantages, they're not necessarily executing on them. Yeah, maybe a little concerning. I don't know. It's definitely looking unusual considering how decisive they looked earlier today. And obviously, again, EG is playing really well. I want to highlight that. This is some of the craziest aim we've seen from this team as a whole, right? We've had moments where one player has flashed, one player has shunned, but it's been rare that we've had everybody looking good. And oh my goodness, CeRq is looking so good. That one's on. He's looking for more. He's aggressive. He's confident. He's taking those forward angles, those aggro peaks, because he trusts his op to hit.
Yeah, once that confidence starts flowing, it's crazy too with the op. You know, some days you're just going through it, nothing feels like it's hitting, and then all of a sudden everything starts to feel good, and you feel like you can't miss. And that seems like CeRq has kind of entered into that zone.
The classic cement play here from Rush. Does like the cement, likes to mix it up. Likes to build a strong foundation for his team. Flashbang goes over, so now they certainly know he's here. Not that he was hiding it before. Well. But that was all to bait them into the boost. 3,000 IQ play from Rush. Baiting himself with a PC utility to set up this play. They know he's here. He's the dead man. Eventually.
Shocks is watching for this attempted flank by Automatic, yeah.
Here's the thing, is if Automatic just waits on the smoke fade, he could just have this. Doesn't. MP9 versus Rifle. Rifle wins. And that's a huge follow-up kill. That should be the round. That should be the decisive factor. CeRq should be backing away with his AWP, beating a hasty retreat. Let's go for another poke in, and that is a tag. Not a kill. Naf, who at one time was rumored to be coming over to the CG roster. He survived. He lives! And CeRq will now attempt to bail away, but he may have waited too late. The hounds are on his trail. At his feet. And in this case, well, the hound is Shocks, and he's dead.
Yeah, Liquid doesn't have the best of economy here, so they don't want to chase any further. CeRq will be able to save the op at the very least, but I have to say, oh no, he doesn't. Naf does chase. Excuse me, I take it back. Naf went all the way around to find CeRq and gets the op out of his hands. So good job there. And I just wanted to highlight that play, regardless of EG losing the round, just baiting out Liquid's attention towards sandbags or concrete with the flashbang and then the smoke, and it's all to set up that boost by Stewie. Loved that.
I do love that. Obviously, the follow-up, not so good. But this is a really interesting round. Look at it. They've invested back in. They've gone for the full buy. CeRq just ate a nade. My goodness, that's chonky. He's now quite low, but let's see what he can do with it. He needs to deliver, and he does. Again, same angle. Same angle. He's mollied. He's mollied. Can he get away? He has to push forward into it. He's committed. They're not going to punish. They're not going to punish. CeRq That's a huge kill to find. I was going to say, this is a critical round. This is a huge swing round. There's no money in reserve for EG. This is where they either solidify themselves at 8 and give themselves a really good half, or we see them on the economic back foot realistically for the rest of the game.
They did it to themselves before, but they pulled off the win, right, Mike? And it's very clean. So, and it's already off to a good start here. You see Liquid spamming through, trying to find the bodies with the wall bangs, but it doesn't happen just yet. And CeRq has rotated all the way around towards the back halls. Smoke or flashbang going to get tossed. He dodges it and immediately re-peeks to take down Elige. That said, Nitro's moved his way up, but Stewie with the P250 does so much damage. One on Nitro, then Automatic and CeRq almost simultaneously find the last two. EG's force buy pays off again, and they're up 8-3.
Well, now. Okay. All right. This is now 2 rounds where Team Liquid have just played slow and gotten dismantled by the AWP in a broken bye. That's 2 huge rounds. That CeRq has I mean, bailed out his team in a big way. He is a huge piece of why they're succeeding here. I mean, he's 14-6, obviously, but those 2 rounds are critical. They're massive swings to this game. Team Liquid are missing every opportunity to put the hurting onto EG. That's a big kill for CeRq. He's looking for more. They're chasing him on down. This time he faltered. The pacier play gets him. That's some upgrades. Now they're coming in towards B. Pressure is on. Breeze needs to stand strong under it, and he can only get so much. Nap found nothing. But this bomb's going down. That's a 2v2. Rifle upgrades are available, so it's going to come down to the gunfight. It's going to come down to the gun show. Should be a massive round for Team Liquid to get back into this fight. They're looking a little meager now. He's been tagged. He's low. Tilde going over, trying to provide some space. He's down for the count. He's down to the sidearm here for oSee. Just trying to buy time, trying to set up his teammate. He knows he just needs time off that clock. Smoke's going to go in, trying to tempt them through, and oSee just gets the ripper of a headshot. What a kill for oSee.
I love that play from Liquid. You know, things just aren't going your way. They take out the MAC-10s and say, let's just full send it down mid. And they go all the way into CT spawn, find themselves a couple of quick frags. CeRq, the first one to go down, and he has really been a thorn in their side with that AWP towards mid. So to get him early, even though he does find one before it, is important. And then they find the follow-up and that control of the B site. Ends up in a 2v2, but Liquid were in position to ensure that they came through, and some nutty shots coming through from oSee. I mean, that tech headshot just left no room for doubt that Liquid would take it.
Call that round a defibrillator because they were looking lifeless on the stretcher before that sent some jolts through their chest. Now, perhaps a chance to capitalize. But I will say they've had some real struggles against a lot of these rounds. Admittedly, there were AWPs before. There's not an AWP this time. But some of these slower play rounds, with it on the other side, they've left too many opportunities. They've left themselves open to potential punishment. Can't do that here. Cannot lose this if they're going to have a good half.
One minute on the clock. EG, one of their riskiest force buys yet, and Automatic gets spotted out over the tippy top of that smoke. Nitro couldn't really be seen from that angle. Now the early, or I shouldn't say early, but man advantage in favor of Liquid. Stewie hanging out towards the A site, wants to hit a couple of crispy headshots with the Deagle and gets absolutely nothing. Naf finds CeRq as well, and this should be going to Liquid, and indeed, unless Breeze comes out with a 1v5 ace clutch with the MP9, not going to happen.
Everyone knows the MP9 is the best gun for ace clutches.
Yeah.
It's the MP9 because you would even get 4 more kills if there were enough players on the server. It's actually the MP9 because you can use it to kill your opponents and also all 4 of your teammates effectively. All 9 of them, John. All 9 of them.
Kill everyone.
Does Breeze get away with this gun? I mean, it doesn't really matter if he does, right?
No.
It's going to be a terrible buy in the next one regardless. I don't think anyone's too concerned about him limping away with an MP9, but taking it away, hey, why not? No MP9 for you. No armor for you. That's even perhaps more critical. As this is likely going to be a pretty dry eco here for Evil Geniuses, as they will look to just get one more round on the tail end of this half. That would be the common logic, right? Save through this one, try and get a 9th round. What a recovery for Liquid, though. I will say, if they get out of this even with just a 9-6, considering the way he was looking at various moments, considering the gut punch broken by rounds they gave up, not a bad result.
No, certainly not. And just picking up the pace of play for that one round was the difference maker for them.
Ooh, look at this. Nitro's about to have some fun. He's got the bomb, so this could get spicy. If he gets, oh! I thought they were coming around the corner as he turned. He still only gets one. Time to just run. Time to just run. The bomb's been dumped, but it'll be found. Naf holds the line. And make sure that that round's not going to get dangerous.
Yeah, that was a really good hold by Nav. It's just USPs, but even still, it can get very, very scary if you're not careful. All right, so Liquid do indeed hang on against that push, and we'll get a 6th round, Mike. And you're right. I mean, the fact that they could come back here and make it 8-7 is a testament to how resilient they've been here on Overpass throughout not only this match, but overall over the last few months they played on it. Stewie is going to get maybe another kill here. Leash goes to the nade.
I'm done with playing with you.
Sure.
Have an HE. Let's play catch. Obviously, there's a little bit of history between Stewie and Unleash there. Former teammates. Yeah. Stewie coming from this Team Liquid roster into EG. So, you know, I don't know where they're at right now. I know there were definitely tensions when they were in the same roster. Yeah. That was very obvious to anyone paying attention. Very obvious from the interviews. Very obvious from the way they were talking about each other towards the end of the roster as well. And once the news came out, it seemed like they were basically... The schism was between the two of them more than anyone else. And I am kind of curious how they feel about each other at this point. I don't know if it's the warmest of feelings.
I think probably better that they're not on the same team. You know what I mean? Like, because when you have to speak to that person every single day and things are not going well, it's probably worse than them being on the other team.
He's trying to play a wallbanging game. Not finding his target just yet. Trying to go with this. They were actually really good at punishing with spam. In their game against Gaiman, right? Carson got caught out so many times by spam up the ramp. They're trying it here. Presence here for EG. That mid engagement is huge. Rush finds a kill. But the positioning could be massive unless Shox dies immediately to CeRq's op. So here's EG trying to put one more exclamation point round on an already solid half. The hit's going to come towards B. This is going to be the play. Automatic and Breeze. Can they hold the line? Automatic's making it look good. He's found the bomb as well. That calls the rotation on in. So now they've got the numbers. Utility's being set up here, but they still got to get the kills. Utility gets to so much. Jamal Naf does find the first. There's a lot more work to do, and it's not work that he's got the capacity to put in. It's all falling apart. It's all gone to oSee, and oSee will make it close. But close is no cigar as we head into the half. Oh, hey! Half
Hello.
number 2.
Yeah.
It's coming straight for you, and looks like it's pretty fast play as well. Straight to the action they go. Elish finds 2. That's a nice way to start it off. Molotov's going to be into pressure and Nitro, but Elish is just killing everybody in the meantime, so a little bit of reduced pressure, shall we say, for the rest of his teammates. Snap goes 1 and done, but there's only 1 remaining, and Elish will find his 4th kill of the round. Nice little pistol round for Liquid Star to start things off, and for Liquid to shrink that gap to 2.
Yeah, Elige is the player they lean on to have those types of performances, and he jumps to the top of the scoreboard with that 4K up to 16 here. And Liquid are very good on their CT side, so holding EG off beyond that double-digit round victory territory was a good thing for them to get that little mini comeback in the first half. So they set themselves up well on CT side. Now they're going to have a couple of players here towards the B site up against EG's full-on save, pretty much. Only a P250 purchased out. And the run boost works, but, you know, Shock was right there, so it didn't really matter. He gets one and gets the second one, then goes down to automatic, but NAF is right there to take care of business. They got scary for like a second, but yeah.
Nah, no fear. No fear. Only money for NAF. Only money. It does feel good to be NAF. It doesn't really work when it's in this round. But that is going to be 3 kills coming through for the SMGs, so cash money built up there, perhaps. And, of course, Shox' rifle can be taken up by NAF, so no real economic burden in that one. You only have 1 SMG moving into this. No bomb plant as well for Evil Genius in either of the round means that there will be limitations here into this first gun round. But the first gun round is coming through. Team Liquid looking to tie things up here. See what they can do. This would be a huge test for them to pass. This is their map pick. We are expecting good things from them in the second half for sure. This first round was critical for washing away any doubts from their first half form. Do you have doubts, John? I feel like you have doubts.
For who?
Liquid's first half form. Did it cause doubts?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. There's no question in my mind, because Liquid should have had a stronger performance on their map pick, a map that they've performed extremely well on against tougher opponents, you know? So anyway, Elige is going to get that frag on Rush, and I think what eases my mind a little bit, at least if I'm Liquid, is that Elige has kicked off this second half with a fire in his belly. He really wants to put the hurt on against EG and is not happy with the way the team performed in that first half. You can just tell by the way he's playing.
Does seem to be a little bit of heat coming out from the Elige right now. Shot gets one and done. Problem is he's the only player on this side of the map by a long shot. They're having to rotate a whole long way, run a marathon just to get back into this take. Utility will slow down. There's no plant yet for EG. Wants to be committed, but Stu's planning pretty open. Oh, he gets spammed so low. That could have been bad. One more bullet, and maybe that bomb doesn't go down, and indeed, Stewie will be collected shortly after. So they do have the time ticking away. There's a flank on. There's pressure on, and they're just killing everybody from the front now. So they're completely focused in. He might be killed by the second player, and indeed, he does. Down for the count. So that'll be the round for Liquid, and they do pass the hurdle of their first gun round test.
Yeah, get the teammates, too. Everyone getting in on the action. 9-9. Yeah, it's a good, nice little way for that round to end up. 18 rounds have expired, heading into round number 19, and we're pretty much fully reset. EG have enough to force up here. Are they going to play it conservatively, though? And it looks like conservative will be the call.
Yeah.
We see 3 Tech 9s and 2 Deagles. This could indicate they're going to go for a very quick push. We didn't see much of that from Liquid, right? Those quick plays that Vertigo can be known for.
They've got a lot of util, which is nice if they wanted to go for the RAM take, right? That's a pretty critical piece to making that work a little bit better. Nades, but they picked wrong. They were thinking, which side do we throw it on? Which side of forklift? And they chose 40. So, avoiding the initial shrapnel damage here is EG, and with that smoke up, they've just been content to let Liquid throw all of their nades and chill out. So far, so good. Liquid looking a little antsy in this one. Nitro spotting around the sandbags, and he's lucky to get away. The nades came for him, but he had just given them the slip, and now playing out towards cement. This is going to be huge.
They
so
have
he's
the
going to
molly.
dunk a nade straight into that. Oh, but Elige peeks out. The timing is brilliant there. He gets 3. Nitro, nothing to follow it up, but Elige may have just done enough work for both of them. But you need a bit more. 1v2. A chance here for Breeze. He's got no health. The pistol would do him in, but what he does have, John, is 45 seconds to play with.
And the bomb.
Forces fight here. Would do it. A smoke goes in to keep oSee safe. Breeze seems committed to try and take oSee out of play. So the question is, how does Shox maneuver to play off of this? If Breeze is going to come in to try and clear oSee, Shox just needs 1 bullet to take this down. That will be the peak. Shox isn't in a position to trade this either. Plant spam. The shot is there!
My goodness!
Breeze plays it to perfection! Liquid a little bit timid, and Breeze takes advantage.
I mean, the force of mind to jump up on the boxes there and peer around the edge of the smoke to catch oSee off guard is brilliant. And then he takes the risk, fakes the plant, baits Shocks out of position, and hits every single shot. What an incredible play by Breeze, who's been quite quiet here on Vertigo, but him waking up is excellent news for EG. They really needed that shot with the way this first half started. That said, Liquid still have enough to get 2 A1S as the op, and now an AK upgrade for Elige after he hit that one dig. Breeze exposed here, has to be careful. The nade chunks him down to 31, and now he's going to fall off that position, at least for the time being here. He's peering around over the top there, trying to see if Shocks is going to jump on top and maybe get the edge on him. But either way, a bit of a stalemate right now.
Certainly. A recovery here would be huge for Liquid. That was a, crazy round to lose.
Yep.
Elige gets a 3-piece in the beginning, in the initial. Nitro can't follow it up at all. And then they just start getting whittled away. oSee only finds one, Naf nothing, and Shocks gets read like a book. Oof. A massively advantaged situation that Liquid falls. They're going to be looking to bring this one back in. Shocks wants to redeem himself here. He does find one, but one is all he wrote. Still, his teammates had the advantage. Damage has been done. Let's see if they can execute on it. They've got a flank coming through. They've got a player coming up the steps. That's going to be Nitro, but this time they hold for him. He did that before with an SMG. This time he's punished for it. They need to transition the bomb, but it's Naf to go through. Make the play through the smoke, deny them that bomb plant, deny them anything, and give oSee the angle to shut it down. Recovery here for Liquid.
Oh, a big recovery for them. That's absolutely what they needed after EG were able to clutch around that, let's be honest, they had no business being in, but Breeze just powered his way to victory. And now we're tied up again. Timeout going to be called by EG. Looking at their money, it's interesting, right? You have CeRq at 6.4K and Breeze at 5.2, which means you could invest into the AKs, maybe have some Galils as well for Automatic and Stewie, or a Mac-10 in the mix. It's certainly viable. Their force buys have gone quite well, at least on their CT side. So maybe they opt for that and try to punish the economy of Liquid, but Liquid were able to upgrade some weaponry out of that previous round and still walk out of it with a little bit of change in their pockets outside of Elige, who's sitting at 0. So we'll have to wait and see what the timeout yielded. And it looks like, yes, the force buy is going to be called, and it should be pretty strong.
It should be. Getting into those messy middle rounds here, John. Who's going to emerge clean out the other side? It's always the question. It's like a cartoon fight, you know, where all you see is the dust cloud with like a fist and a foot coming out of it at various points, you know, with all the motion lines around it, the sound effects, and you just never know who's going to come out on top until you really get there in these messy rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what's going to go. Nades in. Damage looking good for Liquid. That's the 2 rifles to work with here from EG, but this might
Interesting.
be... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Mike, I'm just going to mention, they didn't go for the full-on force buy. They just bought the 2 AKs and kept the money in pretty good shape.
Last round where you can actually get something going, but you also don't ruin your economy for the long term. It ain't bad. It ain't
That's
bad.
a great idea,
They
especially with
found
the
the
opening
initial
frag.
pick. Yeah, what can they do? And it's Elige as well, the guy who's been a monster. Draw the rotation over. Shocks is chilling. Over towards the Vertigo steps. Towards the B steps. At that. Who's giving these audio cues? Up top. It's the player rotating. He's doing it full volume. So that's actually drawing everybody up ramp. Oh. Audible rotates on Vertigo. Always potentially punishing. And they're coming straight on in, but he's rotating back. Again, full noise. This will be known, and here comes the play. They've already got the site, they've already got the plant, but that's a huge flashbang to allow Nitro back in. He wants to, he can't quite find the shots over the blocks, but Naf is there to keep him from getting off the plant spot. Rush, a huge kill with the Tech 9, looks for more, that's going to be it, and that's going to be the retake. Swiftly done for Team Liquid.
Still not that bad of a result there for EG. They get the bomb plant, a couple of players taken down against an economy that isn't exactly built up that well yet on the CT side. Sure, Liquid takes the lead, but on EG side, you got to be pretty happy because now you're walking into your full-on buy.
But a critical buy at that, right? Some bank is starting to build up here for Liquid. So
Yeah.
yes, you've got a pretty prime position if you're the Evil Geniuses, but it's now a full gun-on-gun round, which T-side can be tricky to get through on Vertigo. I mean, first half. See what EG can bring to bear. They're trying to peer across these smokes, top these smokes, to find that initial pick, and at least for now, it has not presented itself. No presence towards B. Not a lot in mid either, I don't think. This is pretty one-dimensional. It seems like this is just going to be the classic A ramp take unless something changes. And interestingly, Liquid are completely abandoning the A site. Very interesting. I think they're just working a Legion to position here and towards mid, and then I imagine a second player is going to float back to A. Seems to be the case. And it may just be in the next time. They even bring in a third.
Yeah.
This mid flank, this could be interesting. If EG stall out, Elite could get down the ladder. And this could be deadly. He's realized no one's here. Now they fully commit that third player in. They know they've got the presence. And Elite is going to be fast on them.
No, they saw him.
Did they? Was that CeRq?
I think no, sorry, I didn't see him, but I think they're going to check their flank. I don't think Elite will have as big of an advantage as he could have, but
yeah, they hold for it. They hold for it. Where's the time at, though? 35 seconds. They got to go. They're pretty committed into this. Even though the information's been given away, I don't know that they can rotate off towards B. Shox just holds on here. They are rotating. They're rotating.
Wow.
Shox get this initial kill.
Great call.
He does. He does indeed. They're bailing out, though. Where are they going to go now? There's no easy way.
They gotta fight Shox. They gotta fight him.
They have to do it. He's found another. The rotate is on. They don't have time. Shox is just trying to buy time, and his teammates are already getting in towards position. Can they bring this bomb over? No. oSee's posted on the angle, and he's dropped the bomb. He's dropped the C4. It's all over. They didn't have the clock, and Stewie cannot win this round. Does he die after time? Playing very fast and loose with it, but he will get clocked.
I like the call. I mean, going up against only one player versus the other four, but or other three, it doesn't work out at all. Shox holds the line, denies two players before he goes down, and after that, it was just a rush to the bomb site. But Shox delayed them long enough to let his teammates come through and defend the site from the plant completely. So, EG lose a lot of cashola, but the loss bonus is still enough for them to get the 4 AKs and the Galil up and running with about half the usual utility, maybe a little over that. Smoke's going to get traded out here, one thrown by each side.
Uh-oh, my game's crashed. Our faces are coming up here real quick.
Okay. I will continue.
All good. We're going to be back in just a flash here, folks. Sorry. Sorry about that. Counter-Strike. All right, talk them through it, John.
Yes.
Audio cast.
So Elige is going to get a couple here from Sandbags. He's peering around, pulls out the smoke, tosses it on forward down the A ramp, and that will fend off EG for the time being, but Nitro peeks around, gets another player trying to get up that A ramp. That is CeRq. It is now a 5v2 in favor of Liquid. Only Rush and Breeze standing there, both at scaffolding. Breeze goes down to Elige, and Nitro spams the scaffolding to take down Rush as well. That will make it 13-10 in favor of Liquid. The buy-up yields absolutely nothing for the Evil Geniuses, and this is the Liquid we expected to see here on Vertigo. They've really turned it up one, two, even two notches here. Once they switched over at the half. Now EG are forced onto the pistols. They're going to buy up 3 Tech 9s, the Mac 10, and automatic is sticking with the Glock. They have about 7 pieces of utility here. It's going to be 3 flashes, 2 smokes, and the Molotov versus Team Liquid with 3 A1Ss, an AK, and an AWP. All right.
After this round, I know the XR is off, folks. I know there's a couple other problems. Promise I'll fix them after this round. Oh, we have no volume on either. All right, hang on. Hits coming through. Def round, oSee 2 huge kills. Naf another one. I don't want to move off this action because it's so huge, but I promise we will fix this soon. Oh, what is happening here? Sorry, everything broke. But it will be okay. It will be okay eventually.
Yes.
I promise. After this round, everything will be fixed. And right now, it's all going to be okay for Team Liquid. Okay, we're going back to our faces real quick.
Yeah,
actually, we're just going to go to the preview. Sorry about the music. I need to go find some commands. Talk to the people, John.
Yeah, just going to say, speaking of fixed, Liquid resolved all issues they were having both on the previous map of Overpass and on Vertigo. They look far more comfortable now. They've settled into their CT side. They're shutting down everything EG has thrown at them. Only one round one, that was in round number 19 for EG. Everything else here in this second half has gone Liquid's way. And looking at the top of the scoreboard, it's your usual suspect, Elige, who talked about at the beginning of the half. It looked like he had a fire in his belly and really wanted to kick it up a notch, and he absolutely did, hitting 24 frags. Behind him, oSee 21 and 12, and that was the story against the Game and Gladiators when Liquid was playing well. It was just Elige and oSee taking care of business, and they are back to that form.
Right,
so EG having to get 4 rounds in a row just to tie this one up. And
oh no,
I mean,
I forgot volume again.
it's okay. I'll keep going, Mike. I think.
All right. We're back on volume. We got sound. Everything's fine. Cool. Everything's fine, folks. There was never an issue. It's never an issue, John.
No worries.
Oh, my goodness. Production is scary, folks. Production is very, very scary. Please no more game crash. Knock on wood. Here comes the playthrough. Let's see what EG can do. They're all bottled up in towards A ramp. There's one player on the lurk, but again, Elige has gotten his way in towards ladder, and that flank could be deadly. That could be dangerous. He might also just find the bomb, to be quite frank, which would be not ideal. Breeze is gonna have the responsibility to go that and find that if they do succeed in this ramp take. So what's Elige gonna do here? Oh, he might get timing himself. It's awkward. He finds Breeze with util out. Now he knows what he's got. He's got the bomb, and he's got them completely controlled. They have to come back, completely focus on Elige just to retrieve that and have a chance at winning this round. Liquid have just shut down EG before they can even get started. Elige single-handedly dismantling them, hamstringing their ability to actually do anything into this round. Yes, Elige is dead, but at this point, his teammate is rotated through. oSee's now prepared to go for this fight. Another player's moving down ladder. They've got so much information to operate off of, and Nap's going to get a follow-up as a result. Even if they take this kill on 19, even if they get this fight, who cares? It doesn't matter. They don't have the bomb.
Oh boy. Well, there you have it. A complete shutdown again from Liquid, and EG are on their last rope right now. They really have no other choice but to force up into this round. And I mean, it's not going to be that bad of a buy-up, certainly, because they'll be able to get a couple of AKs and a Galil, but the MAC-10 and the Tech-9 certainly leave a lot to be desired. And Liquid have 5 opportunities to wrap this one up and send us on over to map 3, which will be Mirage. And the way Liquid are playing right now, they are certainly a scary customer. Elige and oSee get the opening frags. It looks like it's just going to end right here and right now. Both the Tech and the MAC-10 were taken down. I understand the idea. Go for the quick hit. You've got guns that can work on an execute like that, but it just doesn't pan out at all. And now CeRq, Breeze, and Automatic, the 3 players who have honestly been the best for EG, well, they're just going to fall. Automatic, Breeze, and CeRq, they're done, Mike. It's over. 16-10 in favor of Liquid. An incredible comeback, down 9-6 at the half, only drop 1 in that second half, and take this one to map 3, Mike.
Yes, they do. And it seems like chat, I'm seeing it come through now, really enjoyed your radio cast there, folks. Really.